Well, Ann Coulter, of course, the best-selling author. Have you got her latest book, Resistance is Futile? In fact, many of you at that State of the Union speech, you Democrats, should have read the book, Resistance is Futile. You can get it. You can get her new column. Go to AnnCoulter.com and make sure you're following Ann Coulter on Twitter. Ann Coulter, how you doing?
Well, I couldn't be better. How about you?
Well, I thought these Democrats, they're so friendly with all the Hollywood people. Couldn't these Hollywood people teach them better optics? I mean, that they lost a lot of votes last.
Well, all week it's just been one blow after another. I was even acquitted today yet. It's just one thing every day. First that Iowa count, and then, last night's speech was great. It was really, really great. I assumed the Democrats were fuming. I didn't know how much they were fuming until that utterly childish, emotional, womanly ripping up of the speech by Nancy Pelosi when the speech was over. That was really shocking.
Now, do you think that was just on the spur of the moment, or that they talked about it all day? What should we do on camera? You think they planned that ripping up?
They can't be that dumb. I have enough respect for Nancy. No, I think that has to be spur of the moment. From listening to it, I mean, it really was. It was a good speech. There's really nothing. I mean, I'm not wild about all the schmaltzy stuff, but Democrats started it. So we do it better now that they've started. Actually, it may have been Reagan who started the.
Yeah, it was Reagan who did it, actually.
Okay, fine. And we do it better. I mean, it was really hard there wasn't much for a Democrat to disagree without sounding like a monster. It was really, really uplifting and made lots of great points. One of my favorite things about Trump it just makes me laugh through the whole speech. I don't think there have been any other president who not only, brag about their own accomplishments, but like every sentence crap on the previous administration. That is so hilarious. I loved the introduction of the brother of the guy who was killed by an illegal alien. He is lying about the amount of wall he's built, but we'll let that slide because I'm in a good mood.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
I teared up at the acknowledgement of Rush Limbaugh and the Medal of Freedom. That was really, really, really lovely. And when you consider, I mean, I just cheered up because it was very emotional. But Rush has a lot of fans. I don't mean to put this in terms of, still grading the speech here, but just everything about the speech was so fantastic. Did you know, well, you must have known this, Mark Simone, did you know Democratic senators walked out?
No, I didn't know that. Got up and walked out?
Yeah, that one of them said, what's her name, Rashid Tlaib, she just couldn't take it anymore because she was upset about Brett Kavanaugh.
Yeah, well...
I mean, of all the things you're going to come up with...
Well, I know there was...
We're going back to Julie Swetnick and Michael Avenatti?
Yeah, Pelosi brought some father of a shooting victim, and he started heckling, and I know he was taken out by security, carried out of the room.
I was wondering. I saw that Lawrence O'Donnell had retweeted the guy saying, "I'm sorry, I got a little emotional, but whenever people talk about guns..." No, it really, I got to tell you, it was like an Ann Coulter college speech, the way these Democrats were behaving.
Yeah, now, and then you watch as Rush gets a well-deserved Presidential Medal of Freedom all over Twitter. This is not what the Medal of Freedom is for. This is exactly what it's for. Obama gave it to every singer that he liked, whoever had a record that he liked.
That's right.
If Kool and the Gang can get a Medal of Freedom, anybody can. Paul McCartney gets it. I mean, everybody gets it. So.
Oh, I forgot about that. You're right. It was just like constantly a concert at the White House. You're right.
Well, if you read the original description of this medal, it's for anybody who's contributed to the arts, media, culture, entertainment. That's what it's for.
Well, it's hard to come up with someone who's contributed more than Rush Limbaugh. I might not be talking to you right now, Mark Simone, but for Rush Limbaugh, I mean, he started the whole form. Before the internet, all conservatives had was radio.
Well, actually, we may not be here because AM radio, believe it or not, was dying in the 80s, and Rush kind of reinvented it and turned it around, and now there's 98 million people that listen to it every day. So. And
boy, do conservatives crush in any media environment where competition is allowed.
Yeah. Well, you didn't like that Al Franken show on the radio? You remember that?
Thank you for reminding me that. That's also where Rachel Maddow got her start.
Yeah, it was called Air America, and it was the most boring, droning. When they introduced
and Janine Garofalo. It wasn't just that they got boring, droning people. They really pulled in all their best talent, but there's competition. And it's not so much. I mean, yeah, it is boring, but what's the point? Liberals. When the internet was first coming along, we kept getting these articles, and you can see why. The internet hasn't been good for the left either, at least despite the monopolistic practices of Google and Twitter and Facebook and some others. Wow, it's freer and fairer than any of the legacy media. You can usually get the truth someplace, and we got all those warnings from the New York Times and the Poynter Public Policy Center about how with the internet people will only read the news that they want to hear, and that they won't know what the rest of the world is saying. So okay, now we're in a world where the entire you are bombarded with left-wing messages all day long, and on these tiny little pockets of the internet you can get the truth.
So, hey, let's talk about Iowa for a moment. Now, this sounded like a pretty good plan to get some Hillary Clinton operatives to build an app, and they'll control the data, and they'll let you know what they find. What made you? What do you think went wrong there? Robbie Mook, you think he'd be in? Who agreed to this? That these Hillary Clinton people, Shadow Inc. They'll take the votes and they'll let you know what they find.
And funded, unless this was a lie in one of those dark corners of the internet, funded in large part by George Soros.
I can't confirm that yet, but
okay.
Even George Soros probably said, Robbie Mook.
Well, there were a lot of liberals involved.
Yeah.
Gillibrand had donated, I think, and okay, I'll wait for you to confirm this. And Buttigieg is what everyone's talking about again on the dark corners of the internet. No, this is a big liberal project, and it just shows you how well corruption and cronyism work.
Yeah.
All those Clinton people. And it's one thing, they're always telling us how they're the party of science and technology, and they're so advanced, and we're going to run your health care. No, cronyism and corruption can't even boil water, and you want to run every aspect of our lives.
Just to give the Democrats credit, when they began this recount, they invited law enforcement in and the media and the press to watch it. I'm kidding. They didn't do any of this. It's done in Robbie Mook's basement, they're counting it. Remember the Florida recount? They had invited the press in to watch. They had a Justice Department.
They always do it in secret. What? By the way, have they gotten past 62% yet?
Yeah, they're up to 71%.
62. You're joking.
No, they've just this morning it's up to 71%. So to get to 100 could be next Wednesday. This
is so third world. Now, this is our country under Democrats. It won't even be Venezuela.
Yeah. Now, all the networks do their entrance and exit polling, so they've got the results. And you notice for the first time ever, they won't broadcast their exit polls and what the results are.
Oh, you're right. They must have had reporters at...
Yeah, they do that exit poll.
The caucus,
yeah,
right?
They won't report their results. If this were Republicans...
But you don't even need... If I could just say, exit polls, they were totally wrong in 2004. Remember, everybody was sad because it said Kerry had won. Exit polls are when there's a private ballot and you're asking people when they're going in or coming out whom they voted for or about to vote for. Here, there are people watching. It's done in the open. You're right. The media does now.
Yeah, and... if this were Republicans and 4 days later, well, we haven't really counted yet, you don't think the media would be all over them? Demanding to see where these votes are? Take us to where they are. Let's see them.
It's really comical. I couldn't believe when I went to sleep last night, which was very, very late, they were still at 62%. Because they were at 62% yesterday at 6 p.m. So whatever it is, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., I'm looking at the TV. What have they been doing for 6 hours? You could have one guy counting them. You'd have more than that.
Yeah, so, and only Democrats can get away with this. Remember when Al Franken got elected? He didn't win, but then they found like 10,000 votes in the trunk of a car, literally. And the
well,
media...
here it's evil against evil. Yes, whenever on your point, whenever an election is close, the Democrats will steal it. But this is Democrat versus Democrat, so the stealing could go on all year.
Yeah, but apparently Bernie won big, so they're fudging this around to get Biden up to 20 or 25.
Oh, can I give you my theory on Bernie and Biden?
Yes.
Not Bernie and Biden. Well, Biden, I think, is out after this.
Yeah.
It looks like he came in 4th or 5th. Okay, so Bernie, and the surprise winner, I think, for what predictions we're saying, is Pete Buttigieg. And I think this is the Democrats' version of populism and Trump. They don't, even Democrats want someone not from the swamp. They don't want a regular old senator, Washington, D.C. Now, yes, that is technically what Bernie is, but he doesn't seem like it. And Buttigieg is as far from that as you could get.
Yeah, but it looks ridiculous to all of Americans. And wouldn't you say most independents watching that speech last night were pretty impressed with the list of accomplishments? I mean, how could you not?
Oh, yes. No, but the only thing I was sorry about is I think most independents probably were not watching.
Oh.
But yeah, I thought it was an extremely effective speech.
Yeah. Lowest unemployment for African Americans, for women, for Asia. Everybody in this country can get a job except Hunter Biden. But otherwise, it's incredible.
No, and like I say, the schmaltzy stuff works really well too. It always made a point. Other than it looks like an airman coming home from Iraq or wherever he was coming home from, to greet his wife and little kids. Yeah. It was very touching. A lot of commercials, a lot of Fox News little clips on that, but Mark, every time I see it, I think, but why did you send him away? Why did that poor woman earlier in the speech, why did that woman's husband have to die? We haven't accomplished anything. Please bring the troops home. I mean, I think they're brave, they're honorable. These are our best American men. Send them to Mexico to take out the heads of the drug cartels. Send them to the border. Send them someplace where it will make the hair on one American's head safer.
Wow. Well, we're out of time, but the new column comes out tonight, right?
Yes, it does.
And you can get the book, Resistance is Futile, and the impeachment's kind of over, but the book High Crimes and Misdemeanors is a good book to read on that subject. You just go to Ann.
Yes, for those of you dying for more impeachment news.
If you miss it, just go to AnnCoulter.com and follow Ann Coulter on Twitter, and you get her books on Amazon or AnnCoulter.com. Ann Coulter, thanks for being with us.
Good to talk to you, Mark Simone. Bye.
All right, take care. Hey, if you're really impressed with that list of accomplishments of the Trump administration, go to our webpage. So today on the webpage, we got the list printed up there. You can take a look at that or send it out or pass it around to people.